Hey Browns fans, Nathan Zgur alongside Browns legend Joe Haden. It's time for Training Camp Insiders presented by Snapple. And Joe, today we're back out here, Players Day off yesterday. And before we get into what we saw out there today, walk us through that. You get a padded practice in the rain on Monday, and then as a player, you get the day off. What are you doing at this point in training camp? Let's start with as a veteran like yourself.
As a veteran like myself, I am hot tubbing, I'm cold tubbing, doing a little stem, doing a little dry needle, just maintenance, basically making sure I'm ready for the next practice that we would have today. So just taking care of my body, staying off my feet, watching some tape, doing anything like that, but really just staying off your feet and relaxing as much as possible.
How long or how many years did it take you to kind of find what the routine was for your body that you needed to be in the NFL?
It might have took me a little longer than it should have. I think it was like around 5 years until I really found my legit schedule when I need to get a PT. I needed somebody not just come to the training facility once you're done, because these dudes do a great job of making sure you can get back on the field, but just while I'm still doing fine, like having somebody stretching you, having somebody checking to see what you know what I'm saying, what little tweaks and things you have, because it's a long season, but just wanting to have your body 100% ready to go. So I think after my 5th year, I got a PT, and that was four or 5 times a week with me before the games and everything, and that's just longevity, keep my body fresh.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at you like a spring chicken.
Right
You look right now.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank
Right now,
you.
ready to go. He's got, look at the socks.
I
See
do the
this?
socks.
They're already, you got the little rolled up socks.
You
He's
have,
ready to go.
Yes, this is the Deion Sanders stack 'em up.
Stack socks.
Stack 'em up socks.
Yes, it looks good. All right, if you're a young guy, you're in training camp, you're fighting for a roster spot, you're fighting for a role on this football team, you're fighting for your NFL life. How do you approach a day off from that mindset? You never had it, but you were around enough guys
For sure.
that did have it.
If I'm them, I want to make sure I'm in the playbook. I want to be in the facility. I want to make sure the coaches still see me, that knowing it's the day off, but what else are you doing besides trying to make this team? So I think just being in the facility, asking the coaches questions. If you have anything that you're not too sure about, film that you didn't think that you, anything that you have any questions, make sure you come ask the coaches, ask the vets what they're doing, but they're probably taking care of their bodies. But anything that you can do as far as being in the facility, getting any more knowledge as far as special teams, as far as your job to do corner, receiver, whatever you play, just trying to show the coaching staff and trying to show everybody that this is your main priority and this is what you want to do.
Yeah, that's what it's got to be. All right, one guy we talked about, you interviewed him on our last Training Camp Insider, Denzel Ward. You liked what you saw from him today as he was back on the field getting ready for maybe potentially for him, we don't know yet, if he'll play Friday against the Commanders.
Yeah, I mean, I just love seeing him out there being in that press coverage that we're talking about, and it's the plays that he doesn't make. He made the tip, and he was about to get an interception on that one, but it's the 2 previous plays before where I was watching his footwork on the line. I'm like, oh, if they throw it over here, it's a pick. Next play, same footwork, same just patience on the line. If he throws over, it's a pick. And the third one, I'm watching him again, played the perfect coverage. I'm like, oh, if he throws over, it's a pick. And he tapped it up to himself. If he didn't grab his back, he would have had another interception. But just the technique and the locking in that I saw today from him was it was special.
Yeah, Denzel Ward, some highlights. One of his tips was picked off by Jordan Kunashik. Juan Thornhill, the addition from the Kansas City Chiefs, also had a nice interception today. But there were some nice plays on offense. I think down here in the red zone, there was an absolute dime through about 3 people from Deshaun Watson to David Njoku. And I know there's got to be sometime where you were in perfect position as a corner and a corner just made a throw that you couldn't stop anyway.
Sure.
That's got to be frustrating. That was one of those throws.
Oh, no, for sure. It's super frustrating when that happens, but the good ones that coaches know, and a great throw and a great catch is always going to be a better defensive play. So when the dude puts it on the money, when the receiver is able to put his feet in bounds and do things like that, I mean, great offense. You have to tip your hat to them because that's what they do. You got to make sure the next one you try to get it. But there's some throws that take away how good your defense is.
Yeah, we saw that from Deshaun Watson. That's what the elite quarterbacks do in this league because there are so many talented corners out there, certainly on this field for the Cleveland Browns. Now, in addition to throwing, some highlights running. Now, it's hard. We're not tackling the ground in the shells today, but Nick Chubb, that burst, that acceleration, he is the premier running back in the league for my money. And you stood next to him earlier because we're going to it right now. Joe Haden, Nick Chubb, our exclusive player interview presented by Cross Country Mortgage.
How you think this team's going? How you think the season's looking so far?
I think it's going good. Training camp, it's a grind. Like as you would know, it's a grind every day, day in, day out. You working hard as you can, and it's the hardest part of the season. And your body never feels the same. But I think for the most part, I think guys are adjusting to what we got going on and definitely making improvements.
No, for sure. I just like to say, bro, I appreciate and I respect the way that you take care of your body. I know being a running back, you get hit so much every single play. Everybody's trying to get you, and they know you're one of the main key parts of this offense. What do you do to protect your body and make sure you're always ready to, handle that heavy workload?
Biggest thing for me is how I do in the off season, how I prepare my body, get ready for the season. Working every day, running every day, making sure my body's hitting on all cylinders, and when I come here, it's definitely more of the recovery and stretch. Just every day I hit something. I stretch with Dale Jones. I get in the cold tub, contrast cold, hot. I just take care of my body, eat right. All those things play a factor.
Gotcha. No, for sure. I would definitely respect that because you being the way that you are, you running the ball, and I see these off-season workouts, bro, that you do. Is the bar legitimately bending? Are these flexible bars? Or how many 45s you got to put on that thing for it to start bending like that?
The bar that bends is made to bend. It's called a Tsunami bar. So it's made to do that. It's more just for like core and balance as you're squatting. So add those factors into it. Yeah.
Okay, no, I was about to say I need that kind of ball because you got some 45s on there though, so I don't know.
Feel better on the knees. You should get it.
That's what I need. Okay, perfect. Thank you, bro. And then so looking forward to Deshaun Watson. I'm just glad he's gonna have a full season, a full off season. He's been doing this thing, working out. How do you think he looks this year? And you think he's gonna definitely help out the Browns coming up this year?
Yeah, he's a lot more relaxed. I mean, he's a different person than last year. Just how he walks around, how he talks to the guys, how he moves. Man, I notice a lot different. So I'm ready to see him play.
Nick Chubb, not a man of many words, but a man of great talent, great strength. Just stand next to him, and you come from it. Your dad, I've seen him out here, bodybuilder. Nick Chubb, if he wants to follow in that powerlifting bodybuilding, he's got a chance to do it.
Oh, easily. I was asking him about the squatting and the bending of the bar. I mean, the dude is just he's a workhorse, and I love him because he's about business. You can't get the dude to laugh too much when you do. It's far and in between, but really good dude loves the game, puts everything into it, and it's just about business and comes out here and handles his business every single day. So, I mean, you ask nothing more from that dude, Nick.
All right, there was a time where you had to go against this offense. You had to go against Nick Chubb.
Yes.
You knew it was a wide zone, outside zone team.
Yes.
So as a corner, you're going to have to come up
and
get in the way of Nick Chubb. Truth serum right now.
Yes.
What goes through your mind when Nick Chubb turns the corner and is running right at you?
You better shoot your shot. There's not too. Don't. If you think too much, you already ran over. Yeah. So you just better go in there and go low. I gotta go low. Below the knee, I'm trying to tie his shoes together and just wrap them things up and just pray for my life.
Hold on.
Hope everybody's coming, waiting for the cavalry, basically.
I think it's a good strategy.
Yes.
I don't doubt that at all. Me, I would be like,
No,
sir.
I would never Olay. Don't Olay.
No, not you.
Oh.
Me.
Oh.
Listen, I'm over here. I'm a talker. I still need to be able to talk and be functional. So you go right on ahead, Nick.
It.
Like to see you trotting down the field. All right, we've got a new show for you here at the Cleveland Browns. It is called Browns by the Lake. There's a little snippet. Check it out. JOK and Greg Newsome.
Can one of you guys do an impression of a teammate or a coach, the other one guess who it is?
Can I do it? Hey, let me hold you real quick. Hey, let's get some hook crossing real quick.
Maybe respect.
Who is it?
B. Lynch.
All right, let's get into you guys a little bit more, your personalities. JOK, from the brief time I've known you, our Sports Awards. Actually, I met you both at Sports Awards. I just feel like you're the type of guy who might have a poem you want to share.
Outside, I see all these pieces broken and scattered. Makes me want to stay in. I never could imagine myself caught in the phase, controlled by the ways that would lead me astray. You see, I had a dream when I was 11. The church reverend told me,
Snaps.
Snap.
I told you.
He just made that up on the fly, too. That's the craziest part.
All right, Joe. Now it's time for business. You're a starter on this team. The majority, we heard that, majority starters will play Friday night against the Washington Commanders. What's that mindset? You're going to get maybe 10, 15 plays. Get a couple and 3 and outs on defense. You're only playing 6 plays, and you can go stay on the sideline. That's the goal. So what's the mentality? Because you want to get good work in, but obviously this is still everything building towards the season opener against the Bengals.
The thing is, when we get your first couple of reps in there, you know that the coaches are looking for 3 and outs. If you can get you a good 2, 3 and outs, you want to start off hot. You don't want to have to just continue drives. You want to be able to show that you can get off the field really quick, go to the sideline, make adjustments, go back out there again, do it twice. So basically the thing is with us is making sure we don't give up yards, don't give up first down, show how dominant we can really be in a short amount of time, but just go out there, be locked into your job, get the checks, get the calls, and get off the field.
Do you like in this kind of a tune-up opportunity? We don't know what the Commanders are going to do, but let's assume maybe they're going to throw their Pro Bowler out there, Terry McLaurin. Do you like kind of getting that kind of work, especially from the mentality of the Browns zone? Week 1, it's Jamar Chase, it's T. Higgins, it's Tyler Boyd, very legit receivers. Do you like to get that kind of a look in the preseason game, saying, all right, this is a guy who can do it at a high level as well?
Oh, for sure. When you're in the game, you want the best versus the best. When you're going into the game, you're going against Jamar Chase, so you want to play against someone. If it can't be maybe Jamar Chase, someone is just as equal to him. So Terry, you want to have another number 1 out there, just so it's not you feel like you're going through the motions. When you're going against those dudes, they can embarrass you at any moment. So just making sure you stay locked in.
Yeah, you got to make your plays. Now, Joe, this has been a treat, but we're going to have stuff for him all season long
Oh,
with the
yeah.
great Joe Haden. Isn't that right?
Oh, I can't wait, man. Locked in. I love it here. The Cleveland's, they show so much love being around you, being back around. It's like home. It's a treat. So let's do it. We're going to continue to do it. I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither. I can't wait. I know you guys can't wait for Friday, 7 p.m. Browns Countdown on News 5. Kickoff at 7:30 with Chris Rose and the Hoff, Joe Thomas, on the call. As always, Browns fans, on behalf of the great Joe Haden, I'm Nathan Segura saying thanks for watching Training Camp Insiders presented by Snapple.